Hi, it's Michelle Einstein Songbird Song. I have talking to your questions for Jekyll and Hyde, Joe Friedman. You're looking at a photograph of him. Did your father have a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde personality? Do you have a dual personality like Jekyll and Hyde? Do you know schizophrenics are said to have dual personalities? Are you a schizophrenic with a dual personality? Do you think mental health practitioners are afraid of schizophrenics because unconsciously they feel they are like Jekyll and Hyde, a good guy outwardly with an evil nature? Is yours a narrow and closed mind? Do you reject, deny the validity of the supernatural realm of existence? Are you repressed? Are you remorseless? Are you disgusting looking? Do you find my stories of Josh Groban, Jesus Christ, and me as Mary Magdalene too fanciful to be believed, accepted, taken seriously? Did you banish to your unconscious mind the insights necessary for you to understand that you were willing to die rather than go to graduate school studying philosophy or teach school? Did you banish insights to your unconscious mind, resulting in the development of a Mr. Hyde type aspect to your character? In other words, you are taking taxpayer money to support yourself and Father Tom's charity, thereby being a burden on society. Is that true? Is that what you don't want to know? Are you a mooch? Movie, Atlas Shrugged. Indifference. Are you indifferent, Joe? Are you remorseless? Is it hypocritical to say you don't want to take my money for your favorite charity when you're letting me watch your taxpayer-funded color TV for free? Have you degenerated since college? Did you degenerate since going on the public dole, SSI? Do you think it was a smarter move than going to graduate school or teaching school, neither of which you didn't want to do? Are you glad you didn't do what you didn't want to do? Are you sad you didn't do what you wanted to do, earn money in advertising? Why didn't you quit studying philosophy and study advertising? Do you not remember your past lives as the King of Siam and the author of the book Propaganda by Edward Bernays? You. Propaganda, definition, an influential book written in 1928. It incorporated the literature from social science and psychological manipulation into an examination of the techniques of public communication. In other words, Bernays, you, betrayed your cousin Freud, me, and used Freud's knowledge about the unconscious mind to start a business called PR, public relations, sending subliminal messages to consumers, telling his clients products, selling his clients' products without the consumer realizing he was being suggested to, hypnotized, sold to, suggested to. Do you not know mainstream TV is at the frequency of hypnotic suggestions? Do you not know when you watch mainstream and cable TV you are being hypnotized, programmed? Only PBS is honest communication. Edward Louis Bernays, Robert Louis Stevenson, author of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You were an American theorist, considered a pioneer in the field of public relations and propaganda, and referred to in your obituary as the father of public relations, Ed Bernays. Did Bernays, Robert Louis Stevenson, corrupt the thinking of the Western culture? Subliminal stimuli are any sensory stimuli below an individual's threshold for conscious perception, in contrast to supraliminal stimuli. A 2012 review of functional magnetic resonance imaging studies showed that subliminal stimuli activate specific regions of the brain despite participants' unawareness. Purpose of subliminal messages. Subliminal messages are visual or auditory stimuli that the conscious mind cannot perceive. I can read some of the subliminal messages, often inserted into other media such as TV commercials or songs. This kind of messaging can be used to strengthen or heighten the persuasiveness of advertisements, or to convey an altogether different message entirely. www.wordstream.com blog. 6 examples of subliminal advertising, from spooky to NSFW. Did they change the meaning? I'm reading, holding the camera, and trying to keep it centered with at the same time. Okay, did they change the meaning of the word gay from happy and joyous to unconsciously mean homosexuals are happy and joyous? Did they change the concept of the rainbow, a sign of a hopeful aspiration, to mean unconsciously homosexuality is something to aspire to do? Did they change the innocent children's love of rainbows to mean homosexuals' rainbow logo unconsciously means homosexuals are as innocent as children? The benefits of subliminal messaging. For this reason, subliminal messages have often been used as a simple way to influence people's thoughts and encourage them to change their behavior. People have tried using subliminal messages to change many kinds of behaviors, including purchasing, and to quit smoking, exercise more often, boost self-esteem, and even lose weight. That's from www.healthline.com. Autosuggestion is a psychological technique related to the placebo effect. So it is a form of self-induced suggestion in which individuals guide their own thoughts, feelings, or behaviors. Example: this can easily be seen in most meditation techniques, as well as repeating personal mantras every day for self-improvement. There is absolutely no difference between hypnosis, subliminal messages, and autosuggestion. Context is the language of our experience. I'm trying to turn the page. Okay. Is insanity being out of context? Pleasuring, energy, seeing angel, energy, pleasuring, cross, eyes and ears, confusion, being out of context. Is insanity confusion? When people put messages for you to buy something, subliminal message, hypnotic suggestion, it's confusing to your intellect. The intellect is not given the opportunity to think through the matter for itself, to its own satisfaction, to arrive at its own conclusion about the product, then to make the decision. Did you not pursue earning a living in advertising, Joe, because in a past life you had used your cousin Freud's information from George Washington Glenn Beck, Freud's research into how the mind works to confuse the people's minds to make money, and you didn't want to have to pay the karma for driving the world crazy again, as you did when you were Edward Bernays, the father of public relations, and you screwed the people, which means you screwed the light bulb, the new idea, in crooked, and they remained poor, in the dark, confused, insane. Are you guilty, Joe? Are you remorseless? Do you feel remorse? Were you intrigued by the thought that you and I have been married in a parallel life? Do you wish to be married this life? Do you think you're too good for the girl here I suggested you get involved with? Are you a resident in a hotel for crazy, poor people? And those are all the talking to questions I have for today. You told me I can put you on YouTube. That is my personal diary, so that's why I'll put you on YouTube. Okay. I hope your mind is clearer after hearing these questions.